Hello, hello, my melodies. Welcome back. We are getting into the new Scarlet and Violet 151 set. Just came out on Friday, and recording what I picked up while I was out and about with my good friend Nate. We went hunting and tried to get one of everything. So in this video, I'm going to open up one of the ETBs I got, one of the binder collections that I got. I'm going to save the other items for a future video, but let's go ahead and start opening these products up, and we can see what's inside. I'm going to move this to the side real quick, get to that in a second, and get into the ETB. Hope everyone is having good pulls with the Scarlet 151. Definitely some major hitters for collectors and some fun items for the original Kanto Kanto vibes. You can see each ETB comes with kind of the inner sleeve. I really like this kind of pattern as part of the of a poster that you can do. So save those if you like those. Some of the inner ETBs are better than others. I did notice we opened up one of these on Nate's channel. The inserts now are fully paper. They're not plastic. It's kind of a different quality material, which is interesting. I feel like it's a little bit cheaper with its paper, but it could also just be more economical, more useful for for cost savings and things like that, and maybe more ecological as well. You'll see this is one of the first sets that will be kind of typed out of order, because the order, of course, is the Pokedex number. So it'll make our compare card categories a little bit different, but still fun nonetheless. And of course, you could probably predict what my chase card is. Let's get back here. So we have these beautiful Squirtle and Wartortle line, and then of course there's my Blastoise. Definitely the chase card of the set. Definitely want those. I mean, the rest of them are beautiful, but I got to do my Blastoise whenever possible. So that is part of the fun. There is the booklet. It'll be part of the how we know that we've done our collection. Oh, it's kind of twisted like that, but that's interesting. This insert is actually the same pattern, but fully removed of color, so I think that might be kind of fun. So if people like to do crafts and stuff, I know I sometimes use those for crafting. We will plop the sets out there. We got our normal pieces there. You can see there are the ETB dice that came with it. The one, of course, is the EX. The quality of these dice, I feel like, have been kind of going down lately, so we'll have to open that up and check out that. But there's the dividers. Again, that same pattern. Of course, you get energy. Here is the promo little Snorlax with Pidgey and a little Diglett. Diglett can't get by the Snorlax, which is kind of funny. I kind of like that idea. And of course, we got sleeves with the dividers. Those, of course, match. Of course, the pattern, and it's not all 151 on each time the pattern shows up, but there is the code card for the Elite Trainer box. Put that up there. Put all this back together in some type of format, and put the box to the side so we can get into the first set of packs. And actually, we have to figure out the compare card category. So quick rundown. I saw one of the notes, and some other people have said they don't always follow along, but what I'm doing for the compare card is we have these categories, and then we figure out from the 10-sided die which card slot we're going to be comparing with each pack. The category is this one, and then high and low. So if it's even, we count that as a heads, because that's how the Pokemon company does it. And if it's odds, then it'll be tails. So heads, you want the higher number of the category, and tails, you want the lower end of the category. So we will be doing slot number 10, which is exciting because those are always fun pulls. We're doing category number 2, which is retreat cost. So I'll put the number 2 up there. Actually, let's move it out of the way so we can figure out, do we want high or low? We want a high retreat cost. So the highest retreat cost in slot number 10 today ends up being the compare card setup. Make sure that's in frame. There we are. Okay, so we got our first stack of the packs from the ETB. I kind of want to go ahead and let's just open up the binder collection. So in the binder collection, you get a binder, of course, same pattern and everything. We'll take a look at that. And then we got 4 packs. So I'm going to use my trusty tool here and try and get into this as quickly as I can. I don't know where I found this pry tool, but I think I was doing some other crafts. My wife and I definitely like to try and do different things. You know, we got her a Cricut, so she's been having fun with that. I think she's also looking into trying to get into some sewing stuff. And my mom actually has a little embroidery shop down in North Carolina. Shout out to Mom. And has lots of different sewing machines and embroidery stuff, all sorts of fun stuff. Okay, so this is a Pokemon company. Oh, I don't know if you can hear my cats playing in the background, but the pattern definitely goes all the way around. This is actually very, very pretty. Let's open it up, and I believe these are going to be side loaders. Yep, so side loading binder. Looks like a typical binder for the collection, and of course we'll be able to put all the cards in there once we start building our binder, so I don't actually need a separate binder. I'm actually kind of curious, what binder brands are people using? I know that there's some BCW fans out there. There is Ultra Pro fans. I'm currently using Vault X binders for most of my collection. They end up being about the right price point on Amazon when I need to renew and get new. Oh, don't fall over and make a mess. Okay, if you hear explosions, you know it's plastic hitting carpet, right? That is a Nate reference. Yeah, okay, so we got our categories. We're doing slot number 10, category number 2, which is retreat cost, and we want the highest retreat cost. Let's get into the first pack. I know that was a little bit longer of an opening than I typically do, but hey, we're having fun, right? Let's get into the major fun. Okay, we got Geodude. Definitely like reaching out, I don't know, dragging himself across the ground. Oh, Jigglypuff, one of my wife's favorites. Always very cute. We got Staryu with his beautiful artwork pattern. There's a lot of great artwork in this set. Got Omanite, Tauros, Kadabra. We got Kadabra back finally. That's exciting. Golduck, it's a reverse. Meowth as a reverse. And then Articuno. And then we always have to check the energy. So in this set, there are some hollow energies that are some very pretty opportunities for different stuff. But let's take a look. We have, so slot number 10 was the Articuno card, which is going to be our rare slot, and has 2 retreat costs. So Articuno is winning at the moment with our compare card. And I definitely borrowed some inspiration from the McDonald's cards, from having like the match game that they have, but I wanted to have where pack battles had a little bit more structure, just some extra points here, right? Because pack battles, you kind of go through, you would open a pack and you'd be like, oh, well, this artwork's better than this one, or this Pokemon's better than this one. There wasn't an easy way to just say, hey, honestly, I ended up, oh, there, okay, I got interrupted already. So there's one of the hollow, looks like I got a fancy swirl on that one. Hopefully, let me see. I can see, yeah, look at that pretty one. I definitely like swirls. I'm going to actually sleeve up that swirl because that might go into a deck. That might go into somebody's collection. Sorry, what was I talking about? I completely got derailed. Oh, compare card. So I liked having like an additional structure. That way you have, maybe you don't do a good pool, but you can still win a pack battle. You know, it doesn't always come down to who has the most expensive pool, but who might have the better comparer card. And right now, looks like Articuno is continuing to win because Jolteon has no retreat cost, which Featherball might actually be pretty good. I'm sorry, camera. Oh, are we just repeating Geodude, Jigglypuff, Staryu, Charmander? Is this the exact... Okay, we got to the uncommons and it ended up being different. That's funny. Dragonair, Coughing, Rhydon, and Gengar. Those beautiful, beautiful artwork as well. That has 0 retreat cost as well. Okay, another Featherball candidate if you're playing the Featherball set. Okay, then we got the last pack from the binder box. There's the code card for everybody. Okay, we got Drowsy. I think we started with Drowsy on the other one. We didn't get Bulbasaur yet, so okay, at least that's different. We got Slowpoke just relaxing on the water. What a cute card. Growlithe. Got Hypno. Let's see what Hypno does. Hypno usually does some fun stuff. When you play this Pokemon from your hand, you may make your opponent's active Pokemon asleep. Okay. And I think there's actually, like, if your Pokemon is asleep, he's knocked out or something. I think there's another Pokemon that might have some synergy with it. Oh, and there's Nidoqueen. It's been a minute since we had some Nidoqueen and Nidoran line items. There is the Dittos. The Dittos look so fun and weird. Once during your turn, you may search your deck and choose a basic Pokemon, find there, except for any Ditto, and if you do, discard this Pokemon, all attached cards, and put the chosen Pokemon in its place. So you can move this up to the active spot, swap it out, and the basic Pokemon it can have a rule box or not. So this is interesting. I think Ditto might get some really good play, and oh, here is Zapdos EX having fun. So Ditto might get some play, and we did get at least a rare. We got 2 retreat costs, so Articuno and Zapdos EX are currently winning the compare card, which is funny. We got 2 birds that are currently winning, and I got little specks of cardboard and paper everywhere. That's interesting. Okay, so now we should have 3, 3, and 3. Okay, we're getting into the ETB packs. Let's jump into the next one here. So yeah, that Ditto has an interesting move. You could basically thin your deck out, immediately get to a basic Pokemon that you need or you want. That might be fun. I'm definitely looking at some of these cards as oh, that's the same set again, right? Am I going crazy? I'm not. We hit Charmander, and then it's different once you hit the uncommons. That's curious. I'm seeing the same cards over and over again. Here's a regular Snorlax for you. And, ooh, first pack from the ETB, we get a beautiful art Caterpie, and then we have a Beedrill with only 1, so it's not going to end up winning. Let's go ahead and sleeve up the Caterpie. Put him over in the MVP section. Oh, I almost forgot, you know, we got Pokemon in the MVP section. Let's go ahead and open up the Snorlax for the collection and sleeve it up. If I can get it in here, there we go. Okay, so there we go. Got Caterpie, a nice hollow energy, and Snorlax, and then of course the Zapdos up there. But yeah, that's interesting that the packs are starting to have the same order in the beginning. And that's just, you know, I wonder. Is there any rhyme or reason to it, or are we just getting that same kind of set? So, okay, we're starting out with Tangela this time. So it's different. We got Grimer. There's Psyduck. Beautiful Psyduck. My cats are running around in the background making noise. There's one of our trainers. So I know, so part of what I'm doing today's opening is looking at the new trainers. These cards will be legal at Peoria because it's going to be 2 weeks after release day. So definitely taking a look at what cards I want to put into my deck. I'm playing around with different archetypes and different fun decks. I mean, I like the meta and everything like that, but I like putting my own twist on a couple different things. Okay, this says, look at the top 8 cards of your deck, reveal Pokemon and put them into your hand, shuffle the other cards back. So Bill's Transfer is from Bill's PC, of course. Getting lots of Pokemon there. That's interesting. I don't know if that'll have any play. Got Leftovers as a tool. There's Reverse Pikachu and Krabby, and we got Raichu. That only has 1 retreat cost, so still not winning a compare card, but helping us fill out the binder, right? It's a good thing we haven't gotten too many duplicates. Of course, as soon as I say that, we're gonna run into a duplicate, aren't we? Okay, this is also interesting. So Evolutionary Advantage, if you go second, this Pokemon can evolve during your first turn. Very interesting, and you can get to Fearow. The Fearow has a move where it says, basically, go look at a card. Oh, there's Haunter, Golduck. I know we got a Fearow down here somewhere. We can go take a look here. I'm sure I'm going to pull another one, and then we have a hollow Ditto there with only 1 retreat. And there is the Dark Energy. We got any swirls? We got another swirl. Okay. So just 1 swirl with the dark. I feel like that other swirl was very prominent, but I'm gonna keep sleeving up the energy because I think they're fun. People like hollow energy, and then with the pattern that potentially has swirls, I think that's part of the fun. Of course, the Japanese sets of 151 had those beautiful Pokeball and then Master Ball, like laser etching. Very neat stuff. I would love to see that come to the States. If you haven't seen that, go take a look at any of the Japanese sets. I think I have one where Nate gave me the Master Ball, the Squirtle Master Ball he got. So definitely a cherished card in my collection for sure. Daisy's Help. Draw 2 cards, look at your face down prize cards. That's interesting. So you can figure out what's in your prize pile. Since this is G, this will probably take over the Hisuian Heavy Ball when that rotates, but we still have a Hisuian Heavy Ball, which lets you search for a Pokemon and look at your deck. So there's Dragonite with us. We have 3. Okay, well, Dragonite ends up taking over the lead with everybody with the compare card. Way to go, Dragonite. Of course, I don't know if that's a good trait that you want in the game, having to have 3 for your retreat. You put Dragonite out front and you're kind of stuck there, right? But it does. The ability here says your Pokemon in play have no retreat cost. So does that apply to the Dragonite? Well, then why would you have 3 retreat? I guess if it reduces or you take away the ability, then it has 3, but I don't know. That's a technicality. So the card says 3, but it doesn't actually have a retreat cost. But only when it's in play. So it's not in play right now. Okay, we're going to do that with the rules. That's a fun little idea, you know? That's why I do the compare card, because sometimes you think about silly things that don't always apply when you're playing the game. Okay, Rigid Band. The stage 1 Pokemon this card is attached to takes 30 less from damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. Alrighty. Got some more tools to add to the fun. This is Fully Blooming Energy. Let's take a look. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may look at the top 8 cards of your deck. Attach any number of basic energy cards you find there to your Pokemon in any way you like. Goodness gracious. So rare candy into this. Grab some energy from your deck immediately. That's kind of a fun combo. It is 140, so not a super strong one. Gyarados, we're going to take another look at this. Okay, so when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve during your turn, you must discard the top 5 cards of your deck. Oh. Okay, well, that's kind of an angry Gyarados. I don't know if I like that. Oh, and then we got Ninetales. Definitely another one of my wife's favorites. I think she's actually using this right now in Pokemon Go. So you can see the little star pattern, all of that cute stuff. What a beautiful card. So Ninetales will get sleeved up. It has 2 retreat costs, so not beating Dragonite, but Dragonite's still in the lead with the compare card. And we have 4 packs left. I knew so the number of packs were definitely going to make some of these videos a little bit longer than I typically do, so I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm just experiencing the new set myself, so hopefully if this is the first time you're seeing the set, you're enjoying it with me, learning some of these sets. Oh, there's the Fearow that we were talking about. So you can immediately evolve on your second turn, do an energy attachment, and then search your deck for up to 3 cards and put them into your hand. That is an amazing accelerator. Oh my goodness. Okay, so boy, paired with Ditto, and these are all under 100 too. So we have a fun format at our local store where every year we do the Fun 100 is what we call it. The idea is that you can't have any Pokemon over 100. So having that combo, being able to go second, and then immediately grabbing 3 cards to do your setup, and then you can make it more consistent with Ditto, that is probably a new Fun 100 deck. But no, first of all, I gotta focus on Peoria. Some of the cards I'm looking for Peoria are the Diggers. We have a couple League people who want to do Diggers. Basic Pokemon this card is attached to has no weakness. Protective Goggles. Okay. Some really interesting tools being introduced in this set into the game. That'll be fun. Oh, we got Aerodactyl. Look at that artwork. Isn't that fun? Who is that by? That is Shindy Kondo. Oh, that is my favorite artist. I didn't even realize that he did the Aerodactyl. He's doing Devolution Ray there. So if your opponent's active Pokemon is an evolved Pokemon, devolve it by putting the highest stage evolution card on it into your opponent's hand. My goodness. So you do 100 damage, you de-evolve it. This could definitely be a game changer. It's a stage 1, and you need Antique Old Amber. I don't think we pulled any Antique Old Amber. Oh, and we got another Psychic Energy. Okay, and looks like we got 2 swirls in the Psychic Energy. How fun are those? And no retreat cost. Okay, Aerodactyl's looking kind of fun. That's a colorless. It can take 2 of any energy type. Wow, it's been a while since we've had a de-evolution spray or anything like that. So this is fun. I hope you're having fun. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you hanging out today, watching the new cards kind of come out. It's always fun to see new cards, new Pokemon, think about some of the attacks. I'm sure I'm skipping past some of these amazing cards that you're like, man, I really want to play Mr. Mime in a deck or something. Let me know in the comments below a card that I should reread. Let's see what this one says. If this Pokemon and your opponent's active Pokemon have the same amount of energy attached, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon. Okay, then. And then it says you can put your 3 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like as the attack. That one's an interesting one. We have Ghastly. We got another Raichu. I think that's our first true duplicate from the set. Yeah. So, well on our way for our collection. I think well on our way for some new additions to the game to mix up the meta, as they say. But yeah, let me know which cards you're excited to put into a deck, that you're excited to play. Doesn't have to be competitive. If you come out to League and you want to challenge somebody who has silly decks, I'm definitely one of those people. I like a good challenge, but I also like to have fun. So not going to stress too hard about any of these, the real meta challenges, right? If you want a meta challenge, go to a regionals, go to a cup, go to a challenge, then you can have fun. But League is supposed to be fun just for all over the place. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. we only got one alternate art and one ultra rare from the ETB. That's certainly interesting. So the rates aren't too great. We did get another ultra rare. Of course, the Dragonite, since it is not actively being played, has 3 retreat cost. So we're going to count the Dragonite as today's winner in the compare card category. Hey, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, hitting that bell, commenting down below, throwing likes, spreading the news around with the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you all the time. And in the end, a little music goes a long way.